Okay, the purpose of this demonstration is to show you how you can install CAPSIS on your computer. So I sent you a link to a Google Drive. So if you go in your mailbox, you should find this kind of link here. Well, normally you should not be logged, so I will unlog right away. I will log out right away, and we will do that again. So if you click on the link, you should get something like this. So the CAPSIS package is the file that begins with this CAPSIS lerfa build something. Okay, here you've got CAPSIS lerfa build with the date of that build. So if you click on the file, there's no possible view because it's very large. It's like 90 megs. But you can download it. So what you're going to do, you're going to download it on your desktop. Okay, here you've got the option. It's impossible for Google to scan for a virus because the file is too large. So what you do, you download it anyway. Okay, so what I will do right away, I will save it on my desktop. So there we go. And we start downloading this. So it may take a while depending on your connection. Here mine is pretty slow, but if you're downloading it from school, from the Ingraph, it should be faster. So the important thing to do, depending on your OS, if you're working on Windows, normally this file, a .jar, is a Java file, so there is no problem. You should double click on it and you will be able to install CAPSIS. However, if you are on Linux like me here, like my computer, you've got to set a permission to execute that file, that jar file. Otherwise, you're going to get this. So let me show you. Okay, I go on the desktop here. I'm gonna double click on that file and I'm gonna get this message here. So what you should do if you're working using Linux, you right click on the file, you go on properties here, go on the permissions tab like this, and make sure to check here this allow executing file as program option. Okay, and then you close this window, and when you double click again on the file, that should work. So you're going to be asked to select your language. You can either use English or French, so we're going to use English here, and you will have to go through different steps, 8 steps. Actually, we won't need to go through the 8 steps. After step 6, I think that's going to be over for us. Okay, so let's start with step 2. You've got the information, we don't need it. Click again on this next button. You have to accept the terms of this license agreement, otherwise you won't be able to install CAPSIS. And then you've got to choose a path where you want to install the software. Depending on your OS, again, you might have or you might not have the rights to install in some folder. So what I strongly suggest is that you install it in your personal space. Okay, if you try to install it, for example, in Windows, if you try to install it in program files, you will probably get a message like you don't have sufficient rights to do that. Okay, so here what I'm going to do, I'm going to install it, let's say, on the desktop. Okay, so what I could do here, I could create a new folder. Let's call it CAPSIS 4, like this, and I will choose this folder like this. So when you're ready, you click on next. You're going to be asked again, this directory already exists. Are you sure you want to install all of the CAPSIS package in this directory and overwrite existing files? So you click on yes here, and then you click on next, and you wait until the 2 progress bars are completed like this. and you don't have to go through step 7 or 8. Normally it does not work that well because with the Windows 7 versions and higher, you don't have the right to create this kind of shortcuts and start menu. So I suggest that you don't bother with this. You just click on quit. So normally on my desktop here I should have this CAPSIS folder. So to run CAPSIS, the main entry point is this capsis.jar file, which we will see in the next demonstration.